What if I told you Honda just launched a bike that could quietly destroy the entire middleweight category without screaming about it? No crazy marketing, no outrageous horsepower claims, no track-only nonsense. Just a clean, aggressive, perfectly balanced machine called the 2026 Honda CB750 K5. But here's the real question. Is this the smartest motorcycle you can buy in 2026, or just another overrated middleweight? Let's break it down. First, the design, and Honda clearly didn't play safe here. The 2026 CB750 K5 blends retro DNA with modern aggression. You've got that classic muscular tank, minimal bodywork, and a sharp LED headlight that looks like it's judging every bike parked next to it. And from the side profile, this thing looks properly planted. Not too bulky, not too skinny, just right. It's the kind of bike that makes you turn around after parking it. Yes, even if you pretend you don't do that. But design alone doesn't sell a bike. So let's talk engine, and this is where things get interesting. The 2026 CB750 K5 comes with a 755cc parallel twin engine, tuned for strong mid-range torque instead of chasing crazy top-end numbers. Honda is clearly targeting real-world riding here, not dyno bragging rights. You're looking at roughly 90 horsepower, but the important part isn't the number, it's how the power arrives. It pulls early, it pulls smoothly, and it keeps pulling without feeling intimidating. This is the kind of engine that makes city riding effortless, but also keeps you smiling on weekend canyon runs. And speaking of smiles, let's talk throttle response. Honda tuned the ride-by-wire throttle to feel predictable and linear. No sudden jerks, no twitchy behavior, just smooth acceleration that makes you feel like a better rider than you actually are. And honestly, we'll take that. Now, here's something unexpected. Honda didn't just focus on performance, they made this bike genuinely comfortable. The riding position is upright but slightly aggressive. You're not fully leaning forward, but you're also not sitting like you're on a commuter scooter. It's the perfect middle ground. Your wrists won't hate you, your back won't complain, and long rides won't feel like punishment. But wait, because the suspension setup is where Honda quietly did something smart. Up front, you get Showa USD forks. At the rear, a monoshock preload adjustable. Nothing overly complicated, but tuned well enough for both daily riding and spirited cornering. This isn't a track weapon, but it doesn't fall apart when you push it either. And that balance is exactly what this bike is about. But here's where things get even more interesting: the weight. The 2026 CB750 K5 comes in around 420 pounds wet. That puts it right in the sweet spot. Light enough for beginners, but stable enough for experienced riders. Ever tried maneuvering a heavy bike in a tight parking lot? Yeah, not fun. This one won't give you that anxiety. Now, let's talk electronics, because this is 2026, not 2006. Honda equipped the CB750 K5 with multiple riding modes, traction control, ride-by-wire throttle, ABS, and a full digital TFT display. You also get smartphone connectivity because apparently we now need our bikes to talk to our phones. But the interface is clean, simple, and actually useful. No clutter, no confusing menus, just information where you need it. And that TFT screen, bright, sharp, and easy to read even in sunlight. But here's the big question: how does it actually ride? The short answer? Balanced. The longer answer? Surprisingly refined. The chassis feels stable at highway speeds, the steering is neutral, and the bike doesn't fall aggressively into corners, which actually makes it more confidence-inspiring. This isn't a nervous sport bike. It's calm, predictable, controlled. And sometimes that's exactly what riders want. The braking setup is also solid. Dual front discs with Nissan calipers deliver strong stopping power without feeling too aggressive. You get progressive braking, meaning it's easy to control in city traffic, but still powerful when needed. And yes, emergency braking won't turn into a panic situation. But no bike is perfect, so let's talk downsides. First, it's not the most exciting bike visually compared to some aggressive competitors. If you want something that screams, "Look at me," this might feel a bit understated. Second, hardcore riders might want more top-end power. this bike focuses on mid-range usability rather than peak performance. And third, no fully adjustable suspension. It's good, but not premium. But honestly, those compromises make sense for what this bike is trying to be: a practical, fast, comfortable, everyday middleweight. So who is the 2026 Honda CB750 K5 actually for? If you're upgrading from a beginner bike, this is perfect. If you want a daily ride that's still fun, this fits. If you want a balanced, do-it-all motorcycle, this might be one of the best options in 2026. It's not the fastest, it's not the flashiest, but it might be the smartest. And sometimes that's more important. But here's the twist. Honda might have quietly built one of the most complete middleweight bikes without anyone realizing it yet. And that's exactly why this bike deserves attention. So, would you pick the 2026 Honda CB750 K5 over its rivals, or would you go for something more aggressive? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to see another bike that's shaking up the middleweight category, check out the video appearing on your screen right now. That one might actually surprise you even more. Subscribe to Motometrics for honest motorcycle reviews, and I'll see you in the next one.